Hey, I want to welcome you guys all to this episode. We're going to talk a little bit about Open today because they made some big announcements regarding the token swap that's going to happen in late August. And there's a lot of questions that need to be answered about it. So I've come up with about 61 questions that hopefully will answer just about every question you have. If you see me looking down to read a little bit, it's because I've made a lot of notes and I've got a lot of text on this. I'm not just reading and going from scratch. So bear with me on it. As you're all aware, Open Platform completed its first snapshot on June 29th, and they've released the details for this second snapshot. But because there's so many different levels of crypto knowledge and different investor types, and English isn't the first language for everybody, I thought we'd address some of these questions and get better answers before this second snapshot happens. So I'm going to break this video up into categories so you can skip through segments that are more relevant to you. And you can also look at the timestamps in the description if you want to know, for example, how does this relate to me from the bounty? Or as a private investor, how does this relate to me? I'm going to cover those in different areas, but I've got a lot of general questions that probably will relate to everybody. So I suggest you at least watch those. Now, if there's another question that you feel I didn't answer, first I would go to their Telegram and ask in there, but feel free to leave comments in the suggestions in the comments, and I'll get to those and try to get an answer for you. I do want to state that I am not employed by Open, and I am only an Open Platform community supporter and investor. I'm also not a financial advisor, so do your own research when it comes to investing in crypto. So, before I get into the actual questions, I want to cover a couple other things. The first being some important dates around Open. I had anticipated actually the 20th or 23rd, something like that, that we would see this bonus form for 1.7 times, and it actually came out today. So that's part of the reason I'm rushing to get this video out. Other important dates that we're expecting, July 25th or 26th, I'm expecting the third distribution for private investors. And then somewhere from the 25th to the 28th, I'm expecting the second distribution for bounty. And then on the 29th, as projected, the second public snapshot. Things that we don't know yet. Have there been any private snapshots? Don't know, and they've made it a policy that they're not going to tell us. I'm okay with that. So if you screw up and get caught and lose or be disqualified from your bonus, you're just going to find out in the end. Airdrop participants, they are working really hard on that. I know you guys are the most patient people, so please wait, and they'll get you your coins soon. Masternode details, we're all waiting for that. And then new exchanges, they're not going to talk about them, but I know they're working on that as well. I do want to tell you that they do have some really exciting news, a couple pieces of news coming, but they're waiting for the right time to deliver that news. Whenever a market has been as it has the last month or so, or actually the last couple months, any news that comes out from an ICO is kind of thrown to the side and it gets wasted. And they don't want their best news to be wasted. So I'm expecting you'll hear some things pretty soon, especially if you see Bitcoin pass that 8,000 mark. I would definitely expect to start hearing some news. So the token swap, it was set to be mid-August to late August, and the new announcement today that is going to be late August. So just keep that in mind. We're probably about 5.5 weeks away from actually the token swap, so just hold. Let's get to some of those questions now. So like I said, a lot of these first questions are going to be very general and will probably relate to just about everybody. So let's start. Where can I register for the 1.75 times bonus? So I'm going to put a link in the description to the form, and you need to make sure that you're only clicking on the link in this description. Don't look through comments and see somebody that posts a link saying, oh, here's the form here, and click on it. I don't want to see you lose your coins. Make sure that you're only using the one in the description here and that it goes to blog.openfuture.io, because that's going to be the source of where you're going to get this information for your form. Second, when is the 2-for-1 bonus distributed? Like I just mentioned, it's currently scheduled for late August. Is there anywhere that we can check our wallet address is registered for the token swap bonus just to make sure we're signed up correctly? Okay, so there currently isn't a place for this to do this. The only way you could check, if you would look at your email account that you use to fill out the form in Snapshot 1, you may have a reply there from Google Forms. You can just do a search for Google Forms and you may find it there. Some of the initial people that did it really early, right when the form was released, You may not have gotten that yet because it was added after the community asked for it. So when do I have to have the second form completed? By 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that would be California time, on July 29th, 2018. So we're roughly 10 days from there. If I completed the first form, do I have to complete the second form? That's really, the answer is no. The only reason you would have to complete the second form is if you purchased more coins after the first snapshot. Can I still buy open coins and qualify for the 1.7 time bonus? Yes. You can currently buy on KU Coin and move them to a wallet that you control the private keys, and then fill out the form. And some of this information you may hear it a few times, but I just want to make sure that you really do understand it. And there is a huge emphasis on you need to own the private keys. A wallet on an exchange will not work for you because you don't own the keys to that wallet. And that's actually the next question, which was, can I use an exchange wallet address? And again, no, you don't control that wallet. My Ether wallet tends to be one of the most popular ones out there, so that's what I would suggest. If you happen to have a hard storage wallet, or you can order one on Amazon, I may even put a link to them on Amazon there, to the Trezor, the Nano Ledger. I personally like the Trezor. It's basically like a little flash drive you're going to carry with you, and that can act as your wallet. And then I've got additional open tokens after the first snapshot. Is it okay if I register the same wallet address as in my first snapshot? Yes, you can use that same wallet address. No problem with that at all. Okay, so I have to have my tokens in the wallet on July 29th for the snapshot, right? And the answer to that is yes, they must stay there through the second and third snapshots as well, as all random snapshots. And then also through the token swap. If you get caught with moving your tokens around and they're not in that wallet, you will be disqualified and lose out on that bonus. So what's the difference between a random and a scheduled snapshot? Okay, so Open will be implementing random snapshots on dates that are not provided to the community or the general public. And this is in order to keep coin owners from manipulating the system that they have in place. There isn't an exact number of random snapshots, but there are 3 scheduled snapshots. The one on July 29th is the second, June 29th was the first one, and of course, probably around the token swap will be the last one in August. When is the third snapshot? Like I said, we're looking at probably around August. I'm really expecting it to probably be directly before the actual swap, maybe a day or two. Do we have to register for each snapshot, or is it one form? It is one form unless you are buying more coins. If you add to your stash, then yeah, you're going to have to fill out more forms. So if I get more tokens, I must register again. Yes, you will need to fill out the second form if you added more tokens this time. You'll still get the 2 times bonus on the coins that you owned before the first snapshot, but you will have to fill it out again for the second snapshot. Okay, this person asked, I held through the first snapshot. When do I get my reward? Okay, well, first of all, I want to let you know you don't get any rewards for holding through a snapshot. What you get is you get bonused on your coins that you've held through all the snapshots in the token swap. So this means 2-time bonus will qualify if held through 3 scheduled snapshots, all the random snapshots, and the token swap. This also means if you missed the snapshot and have filled out the second form, you will qualify if you hold through the remaining 2 snapshots, all random snapshots, and token swap. That will give you the 1.75 times. Have confirmation emails been sent already? Well, you're not going to get a confirmation email from Open Platform. If you filled out that form and submitted it, they've got it. That's basically all I have to say about that one. This person says, I registered my second snapshot and I received a confirmation email, but I have not received any email at the first snapshot. Is that a problem? Okay, again, I would check your email around those last few days of June, or last week or so, and make sure that you didn't get an email from the Google Forms. And if you just search your email for Google Form, it'll be there if you have one. But in case you didn't, it's not going to hurt you to fill out that second form, just in case. What keywords can I search to find the email in my inbox? Well, like I said, search Google Form. I thought we don't have to register a wallet on subsequent snapshots. Well, if nothing has changed with your current amount of open, then you don't have to do anything else. When will we get the second bounty distribution? Okay, well, that info is going to be in the bounty segment. And then the same thing when it comes to the airdrop distribution. And then on the third distribution for private sell investors, I'll cover those in their own segments. So this person says, if I registered for the first snapshot, but added more tokens to my wallet after the first snapshot, then I have to register again for the second snapshot. And so yes, you will have to fill out the second form. It's okay to use the same email address and the same wallet information. Just make sure it's not an exchange wallet. Can I change the wallet address for token snapshot number 2? My wallet was hacked. Well, I'm really sorry to hear about your wallet being hacked, but the only thing that you can actually do is you can fill out form number 2, use a different wallet address, and you'll qualify for the 1.75 bonus, but you will not qualify for the 2-time bonus. There have been a couple issues related to this, and I just want to say, you know, this kind of crap happens. There's not much we can do about it, and there's not much the open team can do about it because they do it for you and they have to do it for everybody, and they're not getting any work done on the actual product that we actually all want to see. Okay, I received an email from the open team for snapshot number 2. Do I need to fill the form now? Yes, Open did send out an email to everybody letting them know about the second snapshot. But again, if you did not add coins, you filled out the first snapshot and you didn't add any more coins, they're in your Mu wallet or your hardware wallet, you're perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything. Someone says, are we receiving our bonuses now? No, those bonuses will be after all the snapshots and at the token swap in late August. What if a person had registered for the first snapshot and he did it for the second without any addition of new token? I wouldn't worry about it. You're going to be fine. You're registered for the first one. So, and just to let you know, the open team, they're tracking that wallet address. So they're going to see that those coins were in there before the first snapshot and you're going to get credit for them. But like I said, if you're unsure of your situation and whether or not you truly submitted that first form, filling out that second form only as a last solution. But don't overload the team with forms because that just slows them down. If I register now, do I need to keep my tokens in the wallet from now until July 29th, or is it okay to transfer the tokens to my wallet on July 29th? You know, that's really up to you. I know there's been some situations in the past couple weeks where the Ethereum chain has gotten really congested, and I know gas prices were high. Some people weren't getting their coins transferred even in 3 or 4 hours. So my suggestion would be, unless you're really looking to trade them, just move them there now and leave them through all the snapshots. Someone asked, what is a wallet? Well, I mean, there are some new people on here, so please understand. I mean, we want to help everybody. So a wallet is where you hold your coins, and I highly suggest you do a little more research on protecting yourself before you do any investing in crypto. The most popular wallet, like I mentioned, is my Ether wallet. This is a wallet where you control the private keys. And I mean, that's going to be important because if you use an exchange, yes, they have wallets, but you're not going to control those keys. And you're not going to get the bonus for holding on an exchange wallet. So is the reward for first snapshot is not included in the second snapshot? So if I'm understanding this person correctly, you're actually asking about a reward for the first snapshot. You don't get a reward for any particular snapshot. The bonuses do not stack on top of each other. You get a bonus at the token swap in August for holding through the snapshots, and that one-time bonus, it varies depending on how many scheduled snapshots you continue to hold through. So through the first, if you start holding from the first snapshot, you're looking at 2 times. If you started before the second snapshot, you're looking at 1.7 times, 1.75, and then the third snapshot is going to be a 1.5. What if you accidentally register 2 times? Again, you'll be fine. It's the wallet and the snapshots and the number of coins during that snapshot that matter more than anything else. Is MetaMask okay to use for a wallet? Yes, perfectly fine. What's the public address with open tokens? Okay, so I'm going to add this information in the description as well, and it'll have what that contract address is, and then also a little more information because you'll need to know that it's 8 decimals and the ticker is open, capital O, capital P, capital E, capital M. So is there any requirements to qualify for Snapshot 2? Just have your tokens in a wallet, again, not an exchange wallet, and you'll need to have those in there by July 29th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then just hold through the remaining snapshots and token swap. So I registered my address for the first snapshot and bought more open tokens after that are on the same address. Do I have to register the same address? So I would say yes, just complete the form so you get the 1.75 on the additional tokens you purchased, and just use that same wallet address as you did in the first form. Should I hold it throughout the campaign or before the snapshot? If I understand correctly, so you should hold all the way through all the snapshots and then the token swap. So when the team does a random snapshot, if your coins aren't in there, you're going to be disqualified from that bonus that you were set to receive. If I hold my coins through the snapshots but sell before the token swap, how much bonus do I get? I'm sorry to tell you, but you're going to get 0 bonus because you must hold through all the snapshots and token swap. This isn't a reward for just holding through those snapshots. You're actually going to exchange these tokens. That's why it's a swap. Will we be getting new tokens or just additional tokens for holding? It's a good question. Okay, so the current tokens are Ethereum based, ERC20. And you'll be getting new tokens that are on the called open chain tokens because Open is starting their new blockchain. So you're set to get 2 open chain tokens for every 1 open platform token that you held through all the snapshots, the token swap. And if you're missed the first one, then of course you're going to be at 1.75 open chain tokens for 1 open platform token. For those that held through 2 and 3 token swap. And of course, it's 1.5 times if you missed the first 2 snapshots. So what is the purpose of these distributions? Inflated number of tokens and lower price? Definitely not. And so there's been a lot of discussion around this subject because, yes, the market cap is going to increase. But let me give you a little bit of an example. So at some point, this team is going to release more information on this. I have been informed of that. And for the community, it's a way to reward strong supporters and investors for their efforts. Now, I can tell you from my experience in the private investors group that there are a lot of people that missed out on the 2 times bonus. They weren't paying attention to emails. They bought their coins. They threw them in a wallet, and they haven't been heavily involved in the community. They missed those opportunities. So the tokens that the open team would receive as a bonus will be used to acquire more partnerships and rewards for contesting. And whatever we're bonused as the holders, that's what they will be bonused the same equivalent so that there isn't a disadvantage or diluted shares. And in a minute, I'm going to tell you how our shares actually aren't diluted, but you're going to benefit from it. So what will be the total circulation after the token swap? So the exact number is yet to be determined, and I'm going to cover that after these questions as well in a little slide. Yes, there was the potential of 2 billion tokens, but if I understand correctly, however many tokens are bonus to the community will be matched on the team uncirculated side. So as an example, there's 500 million circulated tokens. There will be. Those are owned by investors, Bounty, Airdrop. And only, let's just say 300 million of those in total bonus are added, so roughly 60%. Then 300 million would be added to the bonus team or uncirculated, and this will give us a total of 1.6 billion minted coins, not 2 billion. These aren't exact numbers. This is just kind of what I'm expecting. But again, I'll give you a better explanation of that here at the end of these questions. Is the snapshot on July 29th a random snapshot? No, this one is scheduled. But there will be random snapshots, and I am being asked also, have there been any random snapshots yet? None have been confirmed. It's possible, but they're not going to tell us. Okay, I filled in the details using my link, so still should I complete the snapshot? Actually, you don't complete the snapshots. You just need to fill out the form. They'll do the snapshots for us. And they'll make sure your coins are in your wallet when they take that snapshot. How is the team able to see the coins in my wallet? Okay, so the form that you filled out, you're providing your address to them, and they're using a tool such as Etherscan as an example, which can go in and look at a wallet address and see how many coins are in there and which coins. And so that's kind of what they'll be doing in a short roundabout way. In the meantime, can I sell and buy back in August? You can, but that's extremely risky. I wouldn't do it. I think you're going to get caught by a random snapshot and disqualified from the bonus if you do that. Where open wallet? Well, the open wallet's not out yet, but I would look for announcements on blog.openfuture.io. I think you may hear something fairly soon. So please explain the 2-for-1 swap. Okay, so it's pretty simple. If you have 1,000 tokens, you will get a total of 2,000 to swap. So you will not get 3,000 tokens. It's a swap, not an addition. So this person says that I completed the form for the first snapshot, but used an exchange wallet to hold my coins. What do I do? Okay, well, you're going to have to complete the second form and use a wallet that you control the private keys this time. You can still qualify for that 1.75 time bonus, but you're not going to qualify for that 2-time bonus. When is the main net release? The open team's working hard on the test net, and you can expect more info on that soon. Okay, so let's address the bounty holders just a little bit. So do we get our second installment of 1/3 amount of total bounty token released before the second snapshot? I believe that is scheduled still in that way. I think you'll get that. That bounty distribution has started. You should have received the first third. But understand if you were to receive under $50 in bounty coins, that you got 100% of your coins all at once. And if your total coins to be received totaled over $50, then you just got your first third. So your second distribution is still scheduled before the second snapshot, as I'm aware. You won't have to fill out another form for that. You're still going to get your 2 times bonus for having those in your wallet. And 2/3 of the tokens that we receive for bounty will be counted as 2-for-1, and we don't have to fill out the form for the second snapshot. Correct. You are right. I registered in the first snapshot, but still didn't receive my full bounty token. Do I need to sign for the second one? No, you don't need to fill out a form when you receive the remaining of your tokens for your bounty. You're okay. You just need to fill out that first one. Okay, let's go to airdrop holders. So when will we receive our tokens? So the team has informed me that that's still to be determined. You guys are really patient people, like I mentioned before. You're going to get rewarded. Just continue to hold on a little bit longer. And then you're also asking, will your coins qualify for the 1.75 times bonus if you fill out the form now? Yes, they will, but I believe that you should have filled out the first form. If you filled out the first form, you're going to get 2 times. But yes, if you didn't fill out that first form, you're going to get 1.75 times if you fill it out now. And by the way, that first form no longer works, so you can't go back and fill it out. Okay, exchange investors. So these are people that weren't in the bounty and they weren't in the private sell. So this person says, I bought my coins on KU Coin. Can I leave them there and get the bonus? No, we kind of mentioned this earlier. KU Coin is not a qualifying wallet. So they hold the private keys to those wallets. So you'll need to move them to My Ether wallet or another ERC20 wallet, but no on an exchange. I bought coins before the first snapshot and filled out snapshot form 1. Do I need to do anything? No. As long as the coins aren't sitting on the exchange, you're good to go. You don't need to fill out the form 2. If by chance you left them on the exchange, then you'll be disqualified from the 2 times. So you need to get those moved to an ERC20 wallet and then fill out that second form so that you can get a 1.75 times on your bonus. And you'll need to hold those all the way through the rest of the snapshots and then also in the token swap. So what if I sell my coins on KU Coin and then buy them back in August before the swap? I kind of addressed this as well. The chances are that you're going to get hit by a random snapshot, and that's going to disqualify you. So private sell investors, we got a few questions here, and then we're going to be done with this part. But if I sold my first 2 distributions, can I hold the remaining distributions for bonus? Absolutely. So at this point, if you hold the remainder of your distributions until the swap, they will qualify for a 1.75 times bonus. But you will need to fill out that form that was distributed by your pool manager. Do pre-sale participants need to register again? Only if you purchased more coins off the exchange after the first snapshot, or if you missed the first form. All of my coins are in PrimaBlock. What do I do? Oh, you're kind of screwed on this, to be honest with you. So you can't leave them in PrimaBlock and get this bonus, because your PrimaBlock pool manager is going to have no clue who those tokens belong to. So I would suggest you move them to a wallet where you have the private keys, and then you're going to have to go and fill out the form for the 1.75 bonus. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a example here real quick. So I call this the great cookie analogy, because this is an easy way of understanding it. You see 12 cookies in the pictures right there, and one of these cookies belongs to you. Well, that represents about 8% of the total cookies. So everyone that owns these cookies, I'm going to ask you that you commit to holding those cookies until tomorrow, and in return, you'll get to swap that cookie for 2 cookies. So 8 of the 12 people are going to commit to not eating their cookie and to hold it for the swap. The other 4 don't commit, but they end up holding their cookie anyways. So now we have 20 cookies in the total pot, because 8 times 2 is 16, plus the 4 people that don't get the bonus adds up to 20. So with the 20 cookies in the bonus, counting the bonus swap, you now own 2 of them, which represents 10% of the total cookies. So you increased your share, and this is why this is important in this whole swap and why you need to hold all the way through, because you're going to increase the total amount of share that you own in the coins. Yes, the circulation is going to increase. Yes, the market cap is going to increase, but you are going to own a larger percentage, and that's extremely important thing to know about holding these. Again, I want to thank you guys. If you have any more questions, please comment below, like, share the video, and can't wait to get our tokens.